Hi, guys.
Hey.
Yeah.
All right, now we got you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good to have you here with us today. I like your cowboy hat, by the way.
I think
Very
Zoo would appreciate that.
Yeah, Zoo would appreciate that. Also with us today is Rob, the Retro Tech Dad, as always. We have Ban from Ban Unboxed.
No relation to Santa Claus.
None? Okay. Nope, none. And Andrew from the team as well. Welcome back.
It was it was more of a thing like Dr. Claw, and there's a Dr. Mod, and I was like, oh yeah, I could be a doctor something. I was like, Dr. what, Claw? I was like, oh no. I was like, I'm gonna get sued by the people who own Inspector Gadget, and so I changed it to Mista Claw.
Okay, so no Dr. Claw. There's no MD after the name. All right, I'll keep that in mind. Well, welcome to the show. Oh, Evercade, no. Jay. Yes, we got to talk about Evercade today.
Actually,
my goodness. Playing. Oh, you got yours too?
Yeah, I've been playing Indie Heroes 4 cart, which I was telling Ben how much I like this card a lot. This one's great. This is an awesome one. I'm a big fan of all these collections, honestly. These are really fun.
Well,
it's just cool getting the indie games on cart, like on a physical format. It's kind of
right. You nerds got me into the Evercade lately, and we were playing Good Boy Galaxy.
I'm so jealous of you. You have Mike's Evercade with the IPS mod.
Yeah, that's right. Team Retrogue IPS modded this one, and this one can take the flash cart like the EverSD. So I think I'm gonna keep this one, but I'm evaluating the EXPR I got from Jack Neilspire in our Discord. Which congratulations on your new baby, Jack. By the way, V90 is on the way, sir.
Ooh, there we go.
As is tradition.
And Mr. Claw, what do you think about Evercade, by the way? Have you played with one of these? I think we have a delayed connection to you, by the way.
I think so too, yeah.
Yeah.
So we're gonna figure this out. We're gonna do it live, and if you have a response, we'll try to work with it in time, and then backwards in time to respond to you. We'll make this work.
It'll work.
It'll work.
I feel bad because all my Evercade stuff's in the other room, so I can't
but
reach
you were
behind.
Professional.
Hey, you know what?
He keeps the e-waste crap behind him, but not the good stuff.
You guys are talking about.
I keep all 3 pixels behind me, but not the Evercade.
You're talking about Nintendo Direct, and we're all over here just like, no, Evercade, the Evercade Direct today. Like they announced what? They announced a some handhelds, like the new. What do you
Super
call
Pocket,
those?
Neo Geo
Pockets.
Super Pocket, which looks The funny thing is, I actually like just the standard edition, that black and gold, which looks like the AES console. Oh man, it looks so good. It looks awesome.
It's really like
$59, 14 games pre-built. I'm like, give it to me. I'm all in that.
I don't know, guys. The Burger Time one though.
Really? Well, it kind of satisfies. Evercade really satisfies this like new modern cartridge collecting, thing. Like you can get new games, you can unpack them. I actually picked up the Duke Nukem cart, like the second Duke Nukem cart, which has Time to Kill, my favorite Duke Nukem game of all time. It's like Tomb Raider with the Duke.
You're gonna make me go get like the whole collection of them. Like, holy cow!
Well, they're on sale right now, which is cool.
Well, no,
I mean, you get the
all
manual,
the ones I've got.
It's just fun. You get great box art. I love it. It's good stuff.
It's just fun. Great box art.
And Mista Claw also, I think you might have our speakers.
Yes.
Reverberating back. Let me turn on your echo cancel. There you go. Or if you have headphones or something, you can swap in there.
Turn on your echo cancel.
Okay, all right, sir. We'll be talking more with you in a few minutes here too about everything.
Sorry about that.
Oh yeah, much better. Thank you. Hey, your connection's back. Cool. Yeah. So these carts are just fun. You get your instruction manual, and they're in color, by the way. Like that's rare, which is really nice.
And I think for the most part, they're priced pretty fairly. Like they're like what, $20 to $30 range, give or take. So it's fair. Some are better than others. I mean, some of the earlier carts were, they're a lot better now. They're getting a lot of good licenses. And I mean, it's cool. It's just fun seeing these games on a cart.
Oh yeah. Man, you got a whole set there, man.
Yeah,
I only have one. I have one cart.
Beautiful. What? Look at that. That's
man.
Okay, I take it back. That's a professional right there.
And Rob, do you recognize the color scheme here?
How long have you been trying to everyone been collecting those, man?
How long?
How long has that collection been going?
Rob remembers
what.
Rob is the one who got me back into collecting them.
I want to say pushing 2.5 years, probably, something like that. Yeah, it's been a while.
What's funny is I found these 3D prints to hold the carts. I have one. I have the one in red, and then I made the one in purple. I've got a blue one sitting off in the distance to start putting the home computer carts on.
I like that. Yeah, you color coded them based on how they do it. That's cool. That's very cool. Nice touch.
I say that as if I don't just have them mixed together on one.
It's just shaking his head.
Because there's so many red carts.
Well, to be fair, that's what they have the most of, so.
Oh, yeah.
D Hall is asking a great question in chat. Which Evercade devices do you guys recommend? And I'm brand new to it, but I've done my research at least recently and talked to some of the experts. And my takeaway is, if you want to be able to do the flash cart, which is the EverSD, which is for homebrew, or you can sideload stuff, get the original. It's the only one compatible with that, I believe.
The Super Pockets are compatible as well.
Oh, the Super Pockets are too.
Yeah,
the offline ones is what I take. There's no Wi-Fi in this, right? So it won't update.
I don't think the OG has Wi-Fi. I don't believe so.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, this is before they started doing the updates to it directly.
It doesn't, but it does have the worst screen of the bunch. So if you do, you can do you can do an IPS screen mod with this, with the PSP 1000 screen. Same one on the M17, for instance, and it looks really nice. Now this one doesn't have L2 and R2, so you're going to be using hotkeys to simulate that for PlayStation games, but if you want to just have the latest, greatest in the handheld collection, I think the EXPR is really nice.
I think it's a good value too for $99. It comes with a Tomb Raider collection. It's cool because you can do Tate mode with it, which is a lot of fun.
That's
as well.
Right. Yeah.
It has a dedicated AB for that mode specifically. They even sell a grip that you can buy for it, or you can 3D print one. But honestly, if you just want to jump into the ecosystem, those Super Pocket devices are cheap, and they're a great way to get into them.
They're
get games with them.
They're $60. 50, 60, depending on which color you get.
And then Tomb Raider games are coming out on them, which is really fun. This is one had buttons swapped on it, by the way. They're normally, but the black buttons there.
So one thing I will say, though, is the EXPR, Rob can correct me if I'm wrong, but it's pretty similar to the older EXP.
Yeah.
The only real difference is it loses out on the HDMI out.
That's correct. And I think they did that on purpose because they want you to buy the home console version so you double dip basically in the hardware.
Yeah. So if you can find an EXP at a decent price, I'd almost recommend that one over the R.
I agree with that.
Really?
Yep. I agree with that as well.
It's a very slight change, right?
It's just the HDMI out that's the real difference.
Oh well.
So if you're someone who's like, oh, I kind of want to get the home console edition of the Evercade, you don't need it if you have the EXP.
The other thing about the original EXP is it comes with those Capcom games preloaded, and as far as I know, you can't get those games any other way, at least, licensed wise, so.
Yeah.
I mainly wanted it because Good Boy Galaxy and
I'm glad you're able to get that cart. I'm glad you're able to get that.
I mean, I know you guys were super stoked on that, but
yeah. No, continue. No, you go first.
I can't play that. Like
what? Oh yeah.
It's so big. Like that thing. I mean, the home console, sure, that home console is going to be great, but the handheld for me, I'm out. And there's a lot of, I mean, not a lot of people like me, but
how about the Super Pocket?
Almost the same size or bigger than the Game Gear.
Would the Super Pocket work? Because it's the vertical one. It's a little bit smaller.
It's only a little bit
the Super Pocket would work for sure. I mean, I'm all about verticals, like all about verticals.
Yeah, you were saying that. Those are just gonna be easier.
That makes sense. Yeah.
And so this one you can't use really just because it's too wide, and you're using the one hand, right? So so you can't easily reach over there.
Yeah.
Well, you could use like split controllers you were talking about, right? Like so something like the Legion Go is like a horizontal you could use or the Switch, because we can pull these apart and then you can put them together.
The Legion Go with a grip with the grip would be is the only way I can do that, and that's why I'm so stoked about the Legion Go is because they actually finally made the grip, and so I'm just like, heck yeah, that's literally the only handheld PC that I can use.
Yeah. Well, that leads us. You know what? Let's just segue way early in the show into today's not sponsor, but our one unboxing, which happens to be the grip for the Legion Go. You didn't even know that beforehand, and that's incredible, man. Thank you for the layup there. So if you have a Legion Go and you want to put these together to have a smaller controller, and you want to have like a way to charge these controllers, you can get this from Jsaux here, the Lenovo Legion Go portable charging grip. There's also one made by Lenovo themselves, but this one was sent over from Jsaux. And let's just take a quick look. Oh no, I didn't bring my knife today. Sorry, everybody. I'm not very prepared today because, unfortunately, before the show, I was eating a sandwich and I swallowed a toothpick. Oh. And it says Google says I need to go to the emergency room, but we're going to see if I start bleeding or anything like that. So
I love how you're just so calm about this.
Well, we're gonna.
It's usually not a good sign.
Yeah, and so I got a little bit worried before the show, and I said, "Should I cancel the show?" And I said, "No, we must. The show must go on, everybody. It must go on."
You're gonna be okay, Stubbs. It was just wood. It's just a little piece of wood.
The hydrochloric acid in my stomach, Google says, and the experts on Reddit say should dissolve it.
Experts on Reddit.
Well,
oh no.
We'll see. We'll see. If I start bleeding profusely out of various places, then we'll know that there's an issue. That's pretty cool looking, though.
Don't listen to the experts on Reddit.
So the RH podcast has killed before, but hopefully today is not one of those days. But if this is my last broadcast, everybody, it's been good, and I really enjoyed it.
It's okay. We always have Andrew.
And we always have Andrew, to replace. And Mista Claw maybe could take over as the host, too. But look I like this setup. Lenovo's seems cool, but this is nice if you want to... look at that kind of like cyberpunk look. That's fun. That's good.
Apparently that was an episode of House.
What? What was an episode of House? Someone
swallowing a toothpick.
What happened to them?
I don't know. I guess we'll have to find out. Maybe we should watch the episode together.
My golden retriever swallowed a whole popsicle stick and didn't need to go to the ER.
That's impressive.
So we'll see. So I'm going to plug this in, see what happens. So a little bit of light going on. Cool. Neat. So there you go. All right. So find this at on Amazon or at Jsaux's website if you're interested. And look up, this is called the, oh my goodness, Lenovo Legion Go Portable Charging Grip. Integrated design, charge and game at the same time. Connect more, power more. Thank you, Jsaux.
It's interesting that we're getting all these accessories.
Dude, I'll send this to you. Do you want this? I'll send this to you. You can have it.
Yeah, it's funny how we're getting this all like a year plus after it came out. Like, where was all this stuff?
Yeah, when I get my Legion Go, like I'm waiting for Lenovo to send me the Legion Go, but I do want one.
No problem. Yeah, you should have this. That'll make the controllers more controllerable.
Or when you let me have the company card to get my own.
That's right. Well, if you keep writing guest articles, I guess at some point you become kind of default staff, right? Thank you for your articles, by the way. I know you have 2 news pieces coming out. What are those about?
My 2 news pieces are about the Proteus controller and then the ESA that just came out with I think it's called tabs. That's going to be on the back of cartridges and in the store. That's going to tell you how accessible a game is. Although for me, I am worried about the disabled community looking at that tab and going, oh, this game isn't accessible to me. It's, doesn't have the controller support, or, it's not going to be functional. For me, when I was in my 20s, I got a PlayStation 2 and I played Max Payne. And I had just been playing, with my 2 fingers, all the face buttons and the D-pad, Tony Hawk, all that stuff. But I got Max Payne and Max Payne 2. But I had to use my whole hand. I had to use my hand, the bottom of the palm of my hand for the joysticks, and then my first finger and my pinky for the bumpers and triggers, and then my thumb for the face buttons. And so I had to learn how to play games differently due to that.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that's impressive. I can't even think about that.
I was trying to simulate life as you on my NES actually last night. I have an old NES, with the controller there. And you were saying growing up, you were playing it all with one hand. And I was trying to do Mario with the D-pad and the A and B. And I fail. I don't know how you got good at doing that, but I could barely get past the first level.
I could barely get past Mario with 2 hands.
I didn't get very far in Mario, but I did beat Mario. I did beat Mario to 6 golden coins for Game Boy. And the only way I was able to do that was pressing select at the pipes, and you got an easy mode. So that was really the only Mario game I've actually ever beaten. But I've beaten Tony Hawk over and over again. I've 100%ed those. I've beaten Max Payne and a bunch of adventure games.
So you do you have to hold it like that? You have to also hold the handheld, right? The original DMG. If you're playing Mario, you were holding it
no.
That?
The thing is, with the way I hold the handheld, I would just put it I would either just put it on my leg, or I would have my arm just kind of rest against my weight, my stomach, and then I just have that as a little table, and I just play it like that.
That must have taken just some dedication and patience on your part. Over years, right?
I mean, it was easy. It was just, I've grown up, since I was 6 or 7 playing the NES, and then the Game Boy came out, and I was just like, oh, well, I get, my arm is pretty much bent towards my body at most of the time. So it was just oh, I just put that right there and I play it. And then when I play console games, I just rest it on my leg and I play games like that. So it's just been, I've been playing games for 40 years. I've been playing video games for 40 years. So I've adapted to how to play.
Yeah, you have to, right? It's
so yeah. And then, it's just one of those things.
You were talking about
and
in your article.
that's what I'm afraid with these tags and with. And yeah, like I wrote an article. It's coming up soon. Andrew will know when that comes out. But that's what I talk about that in my articles. Just I'm just afraid of this coddling the disabled community, because right now we're just at this point where they're just like, oh well, we want to make it as accessible for everybody. But the thing is like there's games that's okay for it not to be accessible. I don't care that Souls games aren't accessible for me. I don't care that WoW is accessible for me, because those games aren't for me. And it's okay for a game not to be for you. But there is so many developers or these independent contractors that are saying, oh no, we have to make your game.
We lost you a little bit there.
Accessibility doesn't.
Yeah.
And I'm so sorry.
It seems like fighting games, especially. No, you're good. I think we're on like a 5 to 10 second delay here. So we're going to figure this out. This is a unique situation where I don't think we've been in before. But it seems like fighting games are really your strength, right? Because you're using that 8BitDo Lite SE controller, which has all the shoulder buttons as face buttons, right? And you're one-handing that, and you really enjoy playing those fighting games.
Yeah, for sure. That was the controller that I was looking for. I was looking for a fight pad, and I needed something with 8 buttons, because the fighting games now are 8+ buttons. And I found the 8-bit delight, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is the controller. And then I got it, and I went to a buddy's of mine's, and we were playing Street Fighter, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna plug this into the PS5. It didn't work. And I was like, what do you mean it doesn't work? And so I got a dongle, I got a Brooks converter. It didn't work.
What's the Brooks converter?
For the past 3 months, the Brooks converter is a converter that a lot of fighting game people use to plug in their leverless controllers. The controllers that Bob Wolf loves to show off on his channel that he plays Mario on and Mario Maker, he really loves those, and there's a lot of people that really love those as well. But the first one was called a Hitbox, and the brothers that created it, they were making it for Marvel vs. Capcom 2, because that was coming to Evo, and they needed a competitive edge. And so their competitive edge was doing something, yes, exactly like the small one on the left. And so it's a bigger version of that, and it's called the Hitbox. And all of them are just called leverless controllers. And so instead of doing a quarter circle forward and a punch, you basically just press down and forward, and it mimics that the middle forward in the quarter circle. So you don't have to do that no more. It's just basically doing Mortal Kombat type moves now with all of the like Street Fighter type input games.
Okay.
And so they were just able to just be dominant. And there's so many people that use it now. A lot of pros use it. And
Bob Wolf, right?
I was just like, man, I wish I could use that. But the one I couldn't, like with one hand, like I really can't. Like I still need a joystick. But then I came across that Nano, and I was like, oh my gosh, this might be my saving grace. And I hit up Ben, and I was like, yo, I really want to try this out, and I'm willing to pay for it. It's only $25, but can I get like a discount or anything like that? He's like, you know what, man, I'm just gonna give it to you for free. And I was like, and if you want, here's $50 or 50% off discount, and if you buy 2 of them, you'll get the second one half off. And I'm like, no way. And I was like, thank you. And so I bought 2 of them. I bought one for myself, and I bought one for a guy named Sloth, who runs a fighting game tournament up in Plano. And it does Tekken 8, Street Fighter 6, and I want to say...
Pull it back up here.
Guilty Gear,
Guilty Gear. Okay.
And Blaze Blue. So he's a controller. He's a controller collector, and I showed him this, and he's like, man, I want to get my hands on one. I was like, okay. So when Ben was like, yeah, I'll give you half off, and I was like, yeah, okay, cool, I'll give this to Sloth. And I made I made one that is the same color wave as their logo, and he was so excited. He says it's really hard to play, but he loves it, and I love mine. I was actually playing Tekken 8 last night with it, and it was super fun. It's a little challenging, but I still am having fun with it, and it's so great for playing retro games with. I use it with RetroArch on my PC, and like beat 'em up games, platformer games is just a blast. Like I loaded up Hook for the first time in a long time, and like I was cruising through levels with that on this, and I was playing Tetris, one of my favorite puzzle games,
Well, you
with
can design
with just my hand with a thumb.
that is so freaking
It was
cool.
just it was
It's really
wild.
cool.
And you can
It
design
was
your own here, right? $25.
so wild. Yeah,
Wow.
no, you can $25. Yeah, you can. It's the buttons are going to be all the same color, and then the body's going to be one color.
Bob Wolf is huge on this, I know, right? Like he loves these what do you call them? The stickless or the
Oh, he leverless controller.
well, yeah, leverless controllers. That's right. Yeah. That is so cool. Two to tango.
Yeah,
And they can just build to order.
it's super fun, and actually, we have a deal today for the next 72 hours. And I
What?
believe I sent all that information to, yeah, or maybe I did.
It says in your write-up for us, it says if you use the code Mista Claw approved at checkout, you'll save 5% on the custom Nano. So even less than that, even less than 25, right? Well, yeah, this is so neat. I really want to understand this better, just and kind of learn a bit.
Discount.
I'm gonna have to order
Let's see
one
if
of
I
these.
spell that right.
So if I were to add this to cart, for instance,
But yeah, I
dox
just put
yourself.
it in. But yeah, so if you put in player 2 discount, you're gonna get 15% off, guys, and that's for the next
15?
72 hours. And
excuse
that is
me,
for RH fans and for this podcast. So for anybody who's listening to the podcast, we will have that link. Or
I'm gonna
yeah,
add it. Yep, I'll add player. Is it all one word, player 2 discount, or is it with the spaces?
I believe it's with the spaces. I will put
Okay.
it. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna send this to you. Copy message, and I
I'll pick
will.
one of these. I'll pick one of these up.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, I
gonna
mean
send this to you
15% off,
via.
25. Sure. Let's go. I can't say I'm gonna be good, but I've been seeing you playing a lot of Tekken 8 this week, so maybe and I love Tekken, so maybe that's one we could face off on.
Yeah,
Oh,
and it's great for. You can plug it in with a dongle on any of your retro handhelds, and it works great with a dongle.
but do you
Or
have a
if
dongle
you play retro
tower?
handhelds through RetroArch on your PC. So yeah,
Do you have Band's dongle tower though? All right. Well, we'll talk more about this. We'll come back to it. Let's move on and talk a little bit about the. Let's go through the news a little bit and see what's going on there. Abxylute One Pro. I know this is one probably, Mista Claw, that is not going to be up your alley, but I know that today the Kickstarter is live. It's ready to go. Rob and Russ both have great videos on this, and I'm going to be getting.
it's not, but it's okay. It's
Good.
like I said, not every video game
No.
is going to be for us, but
Right.
you know, it's just like not every handheld is going to be for us.
Right. Yep. And so this is probably one you're not going to be enjoying, but a lot of fans out there who were big on the Abxylute One originally might be enjoying this because I understand the sticks are fixed. They're bigger, they're more comfortable. They made the Wi-Fi connection better. Is that right, Rob? I guess you can kind of tell us what's new.
So the Wi-Fi is still the same chip that they were using
Okay.
for the prior generation.
Cool. Okay. And this is up on the Kickstarter now if you want to back it. And if you're interested, yeah, check out Rob's video and Russ's as well. Really cover this. And Rob sent this prototype version or this pre-prod version over to me, and I'm going to be taking a look at it as well, compared against my G Cloud, because I'm very curious. I loved the first one, but the sticks were just atrocious. So let's see what they've done here.
The sticks are definitely a nice improvement for sure. I wish they listened to me 2 years ago and just had done it the first time around, but we know how that goes.
Unfortunately,
no one ever listens to you, Rob.
I'm sorry, Rob. Oh no.
Well, is it as atrocious as that handheld that Stubbs disassembled last week? That's my question.
Which one was that? I can't remember
the
now.
G28.
I got
Well,
that.
I'm sure the sticks were.
Oh man.
I tried to fix it. You know, I eventually took those buttons out. Eventually, I just loosened the L2 and R2 to see if that would fix it, and it made it way worse. So I put it back in its original state for somebody else to maybe enjoy at some point. I'm not sure. But
I mean, don't tell anyone, but I did mail mine to somebody on the RH team.
Just as a
And,
fun
and
little...
it may not be Hadoukable, but
Yeah.
at least you can do charge characters. Like, you could play in Bison perfectly with that handheld. Like,
Yes.
If you sent that to me, Ban,
No,
I'm
it was
just
not
saying.
you. I think. I mean, Stubbs is the one who gave me the address I needed. So I mean, there is that. It was someone I did not have the address of already.
It scares me. It scares
Andrew-
me getting a package from Ban.
Andrew knows who it is.
Well,
I was worried that he was sending it to me, and I did
No.
not want him to send it to
no,
me.
yeah, I saw you kind of like, yeah, just tense up there for a
I
minute.
did.
We're all a sleepy bunch today. Let's wake up, everybody. Rob, do you need some coffee? What can I do for you, sir?
I'm drinking some
Andrew's got his
tea.
Red Bull. I got my water here, but I can move on up to
I'm just
know.
excited for tomorrow because it's April
What's
Fool's
tomorrow?
Day.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Oh no!
what is tomorrow? I have a
April
dentist.
1st.
I have a dentist
April
appointment
1st.
tomorrow, and maybe a hospital visit, but we'll see.
yeah, what is tomorrow?
April 1st. Yeah, there's a direct coming on. Is that tomorrow as well, or the 2nd?
No, it's the
That's
second.
the
second,
That's the
okay.
second.
Well, and there was a direct last week too. Mr. Claw, you were telling me before the show you really wanted to talk about the direct. What
No,
happened
it's
at the direct?
second.
I think there's a lot that kind of. It sounds like there's a good bit that went down at the last.
Okay,
Direct.
so if anybody didn't watch the direct, they just showed off a bunch of new games or games that they were wanting to, get off before they show off the Switch 2. One of the games was Metroid Prime 4, and everybody is clamoring about how amazing Metroid Prime 4 looks. But if you watch the trailer and listen to the voiceover, they're talking about, oh, there's this tree in the middle that's going to give you this power and all this stuff. And I'm just like, this is Avatar: The Last Airbender Season 4. We waited for 5 years for Metroid Prime 4. You gave it to, was it Retro Gaming in Austin to work on. And this is a storyline they came up with?
So is that? I mean, I have never played the last Airbender games or seen the movies or the show or whatever it was. Is this so? This is a big deal, right? Oh man, your connection completely froze, my friend.
Oh no.
Was Avatar? I was
You know what?
oh no.
Oh,
Let's we got a little technical difficulty here going on with the connection. What if you tried turning off your avatar animation? That might free up some bandwidth if you switch to just audio only. That might be the best route here. We could try that.
Right. Yeah.
That might really help the latency too.
How about that? Does that work?
It sounds like it works.
Yeah, let's try for that. Let's try for that. Okay. Cool. So so Avatar, or right?
So it's like Avatar, or is it you're relating it to Avatar, but is it is it the same thing to you, or?
Go ahead, man.
Well, I'm just curious if they're the same kind of concept to you, because I haven't seen the show either, so I'm a little in the dark.
To me, it's not the same thing. It's like they just ripped it off.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, more to come on that, I guess, and we'll see on the direct on Wednesday what they're going to announce. And I mean,
it's like, you know, it's like the handhelds. It's like a clone of a clone.
Oh no, the game console of the movie industry, the games. Oh no.
Stubbs' favorite kind of
handhelds. Oh no. I got the Cyclops right here. I actually like this more than I should. Again, I've been using it since last week, and I'm like, so I'm working on an everyday carry video where, like, what's the best everyday carry device in your collection that you could have to carry around? And this actually is one of the contenders that I wanted to take a look at, as well as I really wanted to take a look at the R33S, wherever that is. But they shipped it broken. Like, the SD card's broken. It doesn't boot up. Other firmwares aren't working. It's
should have gotten yours from Ban. He shipped mine.
Dang.
Rob, did you turn it on? You saw it just straight up says not a Miu Mini when you turn it on.
You know what I noticed about Band's devices?
What?
They only have one game on it. All of them only have one game on it. Can you guess which game that is?
Celeste. Well, people were asking in chat today. People were asking in chat today for a one-handed Celeste-a-thon today. I don't know if we'll be able to do that, but yeah, Mista Claw, if you have an overhead cam setup or some way to port.
Speaking
footage.
of Celeste, Ben, did you hear about?
I'm going off the cuff.
Dan, did you hear about the riff of the Necrodancer putting in Celeste music?
Yes, I did hear about that one. I actually really like the original Crypt of the Necrodancer game as well.
I'm terrible at that game.
I know you are.
Oh, jeez.
I suck at that too.
It is so hard.
They have a second game that's called Rift of the Necrodancer. And I haven't had much of a chance to play it, but it looks really interesting with the Celeste. I don't know if it's DLC or just an update. I'm gonna have to actually take a look at it now.
Yeah, I tried the Zelda collab, and it was just like
it's DLC.
I can't believe how bad
it is. My friend Glitch Vision, he plays it.
Really?
Okay.
I gotta learn more about this stuff. I'm so behind on some of this. Everybody,
it's just called
he's
getting
80% blind.
Yeah, it's just
I'm 80% blind almost. I'm excited now for this EDC video though, because I talk about like what's the best RPGs, like one-handing some of these handhelds. So I wonder if there'll be some overlap. Maybe we can collaborate a little bit. That'd be kind of fun. Like, what are your favorite verticals that you use in your collection? You said the Battle XP G350 was one. Which was totally not made by Ambernick.
Yeah, I really like that. My first one was the Miu Mini Plus.
Yes.
I have the RG36S, of course. What else do I have in my collection? I have the K36.
Oh.
I think those and what is this one? The RG35 Plus.
Oh, the 35.
Oh yeah, wow. I love the donk.
Yeah. Yeah, you are a donker. Yeah, you've been donking for a while.
Yeah.
All right. That's cool. What about like just a standard like Game Boy? Any of those like FPGA devices?
And I really do love the
Well,
like these. Yeah, those.
Sorry,
things.
I'm lost my train of
this
thought.
isn't an FPGA.
I really do love the Powkiddy V10, and the reason why I loved the V10 so much
because 3:2 aspect ratio. Sorry, we're filling in the sentences when your mic cuts out. I hope. Please don't take offense.
It was a first. No.
Fill in the blanks. The first to have a nice shelf.
But yeah, no, it was the first vertical GBA, and it's the only vertical GBA.
Yes, that's well, and there's more coming. And you once again have pivoted us and set the layup for the transition because there are other GBA focused devices today we're going to talk about, but they're horizontals, I think. And it seems like it's a good one in one hand. But have you seen this, Mr. Claw? This is the GKD Little, and this was announced from GKD. And I like the DMG colorway. These more Game Boy Advance focused devices. This is basically what the KTR1.
I did see that. Yes.
I don't understand the name. Why is it called the GKD Little?
It's
especially
not
since it's got a 4.5-inch display. This is probably their biggest one.
This is the biggest 3:2 aspect ratio screen, right, that we've seen.
Yeah.
Dan, tell us about it.
It's so a lot of the talk is that it's a 4.5-inch display. That's the same one used from the KTR1, not the original batch of screens, but like the later batch. So it's 3x2. I think it's 1620 by 1080. So I might be off on that, but it's gonna be a really good screen for GBA, and it seems like everyone agrees because we've already seen this in the RGB 50 popping up from Powkiddy, and they're not the only ones using this screen either.
Andrew, what are your thoughts? Your mic is totally just off.
I'm back. I like the colorway, but I don't know anything. I never messed with the KTR one. That was before my time, or right when I started messing around with handhelds.
Probably for the best.
You didn't miss much.
Yeah, that's what I've understood from y'all. But I'm interested to see what grip on the back actually ends up looking like, because that's clearly a render, but I want to know how deep, if it's actually going to be a grip or if it's just for show.
And Spood saying here as well that we're done with the V90s. Your wife just found that she's pregnant right before our 5th wedding anniversary. Well, now, if you're a legacy, owl, I'd like to make a slight adjustment to that. I've heard a few people who have had babies since the announcement. Thank you for your super
having
chat.
Babies because of that.
Is it because they wanted V90. They wanted the $28 USD V90, which, by the way, I found a V90 battery today. I was going to put in this black one, and it was a second V90 battery, BL5C battery, that is bloated and not good. So I put it back in the sand, and I got to dispose of that. But anyways, I've
been having a tough week with Powkiddy. Let me tell you, 3 devices that are kind of. Yeah.
Spood hit me up. Spood hit me up. I will send you a V90. And congratulations on your forthcoming child. That's really cool. That's really cool. I heard we have to get the birth rate up, and we have to do it through Powkiddy. If Powkiddy is the savior of the planet.
No, we don't. Stop this advertisement.
Then we have to do what we have to do. This with MIUI firmware, I'm just saying. I also evaluated this from my everyday carry video.
I don't know about that, man. I really don't.
Cooks, you really don't. You're not sure about this? This is pretty.
No, none of us are sure about this.
Why do I have 2 of them?
Well, why? Because are you
trying to tell us something? Are you expecting?
Oh my god.
Oh, I hope not. Well, I mean, children are wonderful. We have 3 ourselves here, and that's enough for us, I think, for right now. And I'm having a little bit of tummy pain right now, so if I die on stream, it's been real good, everybody. My wife will be home soon. She will evaluate my condition. So if I don't last through the end of the streams, I will give away both of these V90s.
Someone can hold on a second.
How are you gonna do that?
I joined when you started this, and I never got a V90.
You didn't? You had a child? You had a child?
Yeah, me and Animal, right after each other.
Did you come claim Your V90, you have to come mess. How am I supposed to? I don't magically telepathically know. Oh, Andrew's having a baby. Andrew's having a baby. I don't know. I don't know this.
I love this.
I'm not a pregnancy test.
Oh no, where did Andrew go?
No, Andrew. Do you have a V90 now?
It's fine.
I will send my last 2 V90s out.
I don't
Last
want
two. He's gonna have 5 more next week.
Because I've got the Skibidi.
If there are any more children that come to
we love a
fruition,
Skibidi.
We don't love the M28 as much.
Oh, speaking of clamshells, real quick. Don't mean to diverge. My right trigger and the Miu Flip that I bought from Rob is now broken.
Rob!
Hey, it was working. It was working.
Robert, you're selling a defective handheld.
Nope,
here.
that was working when he received it, sir.
Wait. Spoon says that him and his wife conceived to the Stubbs topic transition jingle, but that was just implemented a few weeks ago. Wait a minute.
He was planning ahead. Like he.
And in the next topic today, we are actually going to be talking about the AYANEO Pocket ACE, which is another 3x2 device that's coming out. 3x2 is all the rage lately. AYANEO had their magical classic, which was I love that thing. I mean, it's really neat, a little heavy, a little expensive, $200. But now they're coming out with an even more expensive handheld, probably called the ACE. It's a horizontal, adds sticks. They already had this, of course, in the micro, but hey, we're doing this. This looks more comfortable. And I got to say, like, what are we packing in here? Andrew, do you know about this?
Yeah, it's the Snapdragon G3X Gen 2.
Holy This is a Snapdragon 8 G3X.
It's the new G3 chips they announced.
No, it's not. It's the last gen. It's the same one as it's the same one as
it's not a G. Oh, they're repurposing the chip.
Yeah, it's the one from the Pocket S, not the one that's going to be in the S2.
What the?
What?
So
I didn't realize.
What are they doing?
So they announced this big partnership about the G3 line, and now they're going back to use the one that's from before.
But remember, this is the one that Arthur wanted. He hasn't made the retro handheld of his dreams yet until now.
I know. I loved all the little teasers that they kept publishing, and it was like rumble motor and all these little things that they were talking about. And it's like,
I have never seen even like phone companies, like phone makers, never like their primary main feature is a specific model number for a rumble motor.
Hey, Smoney's right though. At least they're giving us videos.
Ambernick, where are you?
Ambernick did give us something, but it's a little too potentially raunchy to show on stream. So
what?
TikTok, Ambernick, TikTok.
Russ from Retro Game Core says, "Finally, somebody made the KTR one."
What's going on too? What is this? The year of the KTR screen? Like, what's going on?
Now I'm nervous.
6,000 milliamp hour battery. Let's go.
I love that. I love them showing how it's charging. That's amazing.
Yeah, because no one else genuinely do like that.
Yeah, at least they're giving us like actual information, unlike some people.
That's rich.
Hey, they figured out front firing too. They've been doing that pretty consistently. I can't believe it.
Is it really front firing? It's kind of like slightly like angled down.
So someone posted a picture of it's a legacy retro handle. What is the GP2X, and it totally looks like that same kind of design. It's kind of wild.
Maybe that was Arthur's like dream handheld this entire time.
But then it was made though.
The retro
existed.
Like he wanted more power.
Right. The nostalgia from the new wave of emulation handhelds.
This genuinely looks like awesome. And
I
don't care about GBA perfect aspect ratio. I could care less.
There's surged linear motor.
Yeah.
This does look pretty awesome, all things considered.
I might actually back this. Well, since it's going to go to Indiegogo,
the only thing I care about is can I play it with one hand? That's what I care about.
Can you? Do you think you could? I mean, you could shmup mode a lot of these though, I feel like.
This would be good shmup handheld.
Like the Evercade, right?
Honestly, I think I can.
Look, they added 2 buttons on the Evercade EXPR for you to shmup with, like just right here randomly. Like you can play regular like that, but you'd probably be doing what like this, and then you can reach the buttons for like shoot 'em ups, and probably I don't know if they have any vertical fighting games. Probably
you'd use the stick as the D-pad, basically just move around and then.
No, I would just have it regularly.
I like the EXPR because it comes with like Wi-Fi connections, so you can download games to it. Like they just have one that was in their library. I could just download.
Yeah, I would play shmups vertically.
Yeah. So I feel like there's some horizontals that could work for you. I don't know. But this one, yeah, maybe you could use the joystick, but this is you could reprogram the D-pad to be the face buttons. But this with the G3X, yeah, I mean this looks expensive. Like the Pocket only had one stick, the DMG Pocket, and a touchpad. This has got to be $500-$600, right?
I don't think so.
This is $600. I'm gonna cry.
Like, think about how much like the base models of
the retro power.
there goes the toothpick.
I'm thinking what $300 to $400.
I'm not dead yet.
If you're looking at the base model, I'm thinking between 3 and 4.
Yeah.
Though the retro power model, I'm thinking is probably going to be like 600.
Yeah. I mean, wow, 6,000 milliamp hour battery, D-pad, and I mean, AYANEO, I think that they're getting better at their Android stuff. Hello, doggy. And I think that they're cooking there, and they're actually releasing handhelds. Where is the AYANEO 3? Like, where is that? Their new Windows flagship.
I think the campaign is about to end or just ended, I believe.
But they were looking today, like, please, come back this. Like, where's the backers? What are we doing? Like, buy this.
We know how this works. This is not your first rodeo.
Game. It's not my first rodeo.
They announced 3 new
handhelds on behalf of the viewers.
So, Rob, the AYANEO 3 campaign ended on March 26th with 304 backers.
I think they sent more out for review than people actually bought.
Yeah.
They were going to send me one for review and then just never did, though. So I don't know.
Sorry, they sent yours to Linus.
They probably did. That's a fair replacement. Why do I have lights flashing? I don't even have lights there. Where do those lights come from? What is going on?
Amazing.
It's the fish in his walls.
Yep.
No, dude, Trent. I think
it was triggered when we said AYANEO 3.
Yeah, I called Trent the other day, actually, just to double check. I wanted to do like a checkup over here, and Trent was like, yeah. And I was like, do you have another cord I can have? Because my dog chewed up your last one.
Trent?
That's his name.
I thought it was Tim.
I thought it was Fred.
I think it was Trent.
No, it started with a T.
Yeah,
it was Ted. It was Ted.
I think it was.
We're not going to
Ted.
Trent's talk. This isn't Trent's talk. It's
Trent
TED
talk.
talk.
It's TED Talk.
Was it Ted?
Have you met Ted?
Well, I thought it ended in like a really harsh consonant. Trent.
Ted.
Was it Tread? Maybe it's Tread. Gamers Generation has it right. Maybe it's Tread.
Tread.
Yeah.
Tread lightly.
Judge Tread. That's right, Mista Claw. Judge Tread.
Oh no.
Stop! No, stop!
You have to say AYANEO 3 to undo it.
I don't even own lights. Why? I don't even own lights.
How do you think that would work? Just by screaming stop?
Like,
clap on.
All right. At least it stopped on a good color.
I will say, if anybody here would have clap on, clap off lights, it would be Stubbs.
No, I think it would be ban. I think it would
He's
be
number
ban.
2. He's number 2. I still think that Stubbs would be 1, but Ban would secretly have one lamp in his house.
I don't know what's going on over there.
Just one lamp.
Just one.
I only have 4 lamps in my apartment.
You could have one that
Why
claps.
do you know how many lamps you have in your apartment?
Because 3 of them are in my living room.
No,
Wait.
Rob.
No,
We need a hard transition or something.
Rob. Cease and desist immediately.
Can we talk about that MagicX flip, the flip?
Let's talk about the MagicX. That's right, the Duo. You guys hear about this? The new clamshell from MagicX. They're releasing two, a little clamshell and a big clamshell. One of them apparently actually has two screens, which is very ambitious because we've gone back and forth in this community talking about the Retroid Flip 2. They're not doing two screens. MagicX might be the ones to save us there. Ban, what do you know?
Honestly, I don't really know a whole lot about this one.
Am I crazy, or did I see a video of them like they had it like on the floor or something? They were like stress testing it or something crazy. Something crazy.
Who put it on the floor?
One of the MagicX reps.
Why is it on the floor?
I blame Sean.
Put it on the ground.
I don't know. I wish I had answers for all these things.
I think I wish I did too. Well, there you go.
Yeah, see? There you go. Yeah, they were stepping on it. You could see feet.
Oh.
Well.
Yep, there you go. Yeah, they were stepping on the shell hinge. Yeah, see? I'm telling you, I'm not crazy.
Stress testing, yeah.
You don't forget something like that.
Well, speaking of jerry-rig everything, Mista Claw actually was talking about you have some collaboration with jerry-rig everything, right? He has an accessibility as a side business or something? I know we talked about it very briefly, but I wanted to ask about that.
So he has a wheelchair company called Not a Wheelchair, and he is making wheelchairs for $1,000. And the reason why he started this company is because he started dating a girl who was in a wheelchair. She was paralyzed from the waist down from an accident she had when she was 17. And he found out how expensive having a wheelchair was. And he was like, I'm just going to use my YouTube money to start a business. And so he did. He started this business called Not a Wheelchair, and he's helped other people manufacture things. I've actually talked to him about manufacturing the Proteus. He said he couldn't do it, and I was like, cool. But it's awesome. He's doing the work of many people in this one factory, and he always shows some cool stuff from the factory. Like this last week, he just showed off this 3D printer, the bamboo printer that can 3D print. It can laser cut wood, and then it can also do I'm so sorry. It can cut stickers. So there is a video on that he just posted this last week, which was really cool. And I was talking with some people at Land All Night, which is a LAN party that I went to this weekend. And they were like, yeah, like that's super. That's one of the ones we want to get, but it's super expensive. But those off-road wheelchairs are super awesome. Super expensive, but super cool.
You can get a $10,000 one though. Look at that thing. You can go really flying, dude. You
can go to if you're a Jerry Rig Everything fan and you're just missing out on, all those videos. You just see the teardown videos. Just do a little deep dive, and there are some freaking awesome videos.
So I have to imagine like when he evaluates for his wife's wheelchair needs, that he's like taking like a giant industrial sized thing and just smashing them up. That's what I imagine him doing. So these have got to be rugged, right? I wonder if he ever takes them off any sweet jumps.
No, not at all.
Wow. 1,500. This one seems. Is this reasonable? Right. All I know about wheelchairs is my grandmother had one before she passed, and we still have it actually in the garage. And that thing goes about 15 miles an hour on a good day. It seems strong
for that one. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean this one goes way faster than that, right? Hers only had just a couple little wheels. This is like top speed 8 miles per hour. No, she must have gone slower then.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I gotta take her wheelchair for a spin.
Stubbs, no.
Stubbs.
Well, she doesn't need it anymore. It's like
Stubbs.
It's not sad. It's just a thing we have. I don't know. I'm trying to understand this. I'm sorry, man. Continue. Only 75 pounds?
there's a really interesting video he did where he drilled a hole in their bedroom, which is on the second floor, and then put a elevator in for his, I think then fiance, now wife, and just for her to be able to get around the house while he was at work.
That's really cool, though.
That is really cool. I mean, that's a devoted husband right there. Oh, he does. Yeah, he's. Look at this video here. Look. Okay, there it is in action. That is so cool. You can add a ton of like gaming stuff on the back too.
That is Cambry, his now wife. They have 2 kids, I want to say.
Wow. That's so cool. He's using the channel just for good. I mean, and he's a huge YouTuber too, right?
Yeah, he's definitely a pretty big tech YouTuber.
He's also pretty big.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
he's a big dude.
9 million.
He's a big dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he
like
was
MKBHD size.
Yeah, and he was talking about so he said talking about sending you that Proteus
I
controller.
love the video that he did like 2 weeks ago where he ripped the bottom of the Tesla Cybertruck.
Let's take a look at that. Oh, there it is, Cyber Broken. Oh yeah, and he. So I wonder. I mean, the wheelchair probably stands up better than that then, with his rigorous testing. I've really only seen like his iPhone, and Samsung phone breaking videos. So this is. I got to explore more of this. His bunker videos apparently says Brandon Cook.
Yeah.
Okay, so he goes hard.
Rob, that he had a video about the Red Magic phone that came out like maybe 1 or 2 days after yours.
Yeah, he always just takes apart those things. It's pretty cool to see the stress testing that he does.
Wow. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna watch YouTube. Watching YouTube. That's right.
I mean, you've seen the reaction
YouTubeception.
channels.
Oh, Neil Spire. By the way, we were just talking about your V90. And congrats to on your baby. Yes, if Blue Sphere wins Game of the Month, which is it's a couple votes away, then I will finish it.
Voting ended.
Voting ended.
Yeah, while you were swallowing toothpicks.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, so but the announcement's not till tomorrow.
It's out.
No,
now.
It's out.
Oh, he did it. Okay, I don't know anything.
Do you want to know what won?
Yeah, let's talk about. Yeah, let's just transition. Game of the month. It's that one. It's one of those random days. Everybody. Game of the month. So, Blue Sphere won. Did that win? Am I going to be beating that game this month in April?
Unfortunately, not.
Oh no, that's fortunate. That's fortunately.
Are you sure that's fortunate?
It's fortunate for my time, but you know what? Let me commit to this, Jack. Let me commit to finishing that this year. How about that? Is that reasonable? Maybe even this summer. But I have some Game Boys. Like I'm playing around with like these FPGA things. I'm playing around with that stuff. Yeah, I know. And like I have an actual. This is an analog pocket. This is
Which
the gold
color?
one.
Oh, that is
I found
not
it
gold.
used on Amazon. Well, it might be my lighting, but yeah, no, it's gold. It's fun.
Oh,
It's like a tan.
Why?
Well,
I hope you didn't.
Cartridge collecting. Look, Mega Man, I'm on a journey.
I hope you didn't spend too much on that.
He's
No, I got
on
it
a
used.
journey.
It was like
He's on a
$200 and
journey.
it was like $230, $240, something like that.
See,
It wasn't
look,
too bad.
For a midlife crisis, that's a good deal.
Yeah, I might
That's a
be
good
dead.
deal.
I might be dead before my midlife too, which is great. I don't have to deal with any of that stress.
It is a good deal.
So let's talk about Game of the Month. So Neil Spire, thank you so much for your super chat, by the way. That is incredible. And I'm excited for you to enjoy your V90. Okay, so game of the month in April is going to be Astro April. And we're looking at Star Fox for the SNES, which is a classic. You can beat it in about an hour, so you might as well beat it a few times, right? That'll be so much fun. Do your barrel rolls and all that good stuff. Pikmin for the GameCube, Wii, and Switch. You did? Well, there you go. Congrats. 8 hours to beat that. I've never played Pikmin. This will be my first time trying it. And surprisingly...
I hate Pikmin on Smash. He's hard to beat.
Hard to beat. Well, all right. Well, I got to learn about this. And I really thought Alien Hominid was going to win. I was really excited to finally beat that game, but we're playing instead, I guess, Beyond Good and Evil from 2002, another game I haven't played before for, I guess, GameCube, PS2, and Xbox. 11 hours to beat that. Not too bad. An old Ubisoft game before they added billions of microtransactions and DLC.
And apparently are now owned or sold to Tencent or whatever's going on.
Oh, I read about that.
Yep.
That's why everybody, go get your offline devices back. Go get your devices back that have cartridges, or get your Evercades, or get your Ever flash drives, or what have you. Get your ROMs. Don't worry about DLC. Don't worry about the stressful who's tracking you, data tracking. You know, all this stuff, blah, blah, blah. It's a nightmare out there. And so simple. We come back to simple devices. There's the Battle XP G350 sent by Ambernick to Andrew. And it's just, I went out hiking yesterday and I brought offline devices only, trying to find out, again, the best everyday carry. And I brought my original 35XX offline version 1 with Garlic OS. You can run MIUI in here. Look at those sweet pink buttons. And this was so much fun. It was just so much fun. I didn't have to do retro achievements. But you like this, huh?
That is one ugly handheld.
Hey!
I should have known that was coming.
It's been painted by Roof Pooper.
He was so excited. He thought Andrew was going to see something positive.
Huh? Look at it. It's like watermelon. What are you talking about? This is my custom one. I put those buttons in. They're from Japan.
You need better lighting.
Better lighting?
It looks like Roof Pooper pooped on it.
Come on, dude. Come on, man.
He's not wrong.
The buttons are cool. The paint scheme looks like there was poop mixed in.
See. Hold on.
He's just exactly.
Don't worry, my custom 35XX is better.
Well, I like it. I don't know about you.
You know what, Stubbs? What, Stubbs? That's all that matters. That's all that matters, and along with your light going off for no reason in the background.
I'm ready for my classic. I'm just
How about this one, dude? How about this 35XX?
Oh,
that kind of matches up with the game, sir.
This is by Cash Money sent me this.
It's the P handheld.
Now, come on.
Wait,
my lighting isn't that bad.
That. No, that's not the P handheld.
This is a nice shade of brown.
That background controller.
That is not brown.
This is brown.
It looks like more like a Pokemon edition handheld.
This is not brown. You see, this is yellow.
That's yellow. That is yellow.
Am I colorblind? What is this to you?
It's like beige.
White.
Looks white.
This is yellow.
It looks beige on your screen.
It's a Pikachu edition.
Subs needs new lighting confirmed.
Smoker's delight.
I like that one.
You guys want to look at some deals?
Wait, there are deals? I don't think there are, honestly.
No, there's not. Okay. What else? Literally any other topic than the problems I'm dealing with right now would be fine by me. What's Sony got going here?
Oh,
my
yes.
shirt is not pink.
Sony was
a shade of
Sony
green.
Sony was ready for this moment.
Sony was super excited about
the games
this.
that I wish that made.
Go on.
Continue. Yes.
Oh, sorry. Okay, so here's some accessible games that I think you guys should play. Is I cannot speak tonight.
Super Smash?
Super Super Street Fighter Revival 2.
And
for Game Boy Advance.
And then?
And Neo Geo Pocket's SNK versus Capcom Match of the Millennium. And the reason why is both of those games have accessible controls. If you press select on the Super Street Fighter Revival during your game, you will get classic punch and you'll do a Hadouken.
Can you Shoryuken? I cannot Shoryuken very well.
Neither can I.
I was practicing that the other day. God, I dropped my claw. Not you, but different.
Yeah.
Stubbs. See, this is why.
Yeah, it's just down and punch.
Well, I was gonna say, like, have you used in your namesake before with its brilliant speakers? Are you a big speaker guy? I know this is kind of separated, but you could plug in, or you could Bluetooth a controller to this, right? And then kind of prop it up with the mechanism kickstand.
I haven't, because it doesn't have detachable controllers.
Well, but you could. I sent you a mechanism kickstand to try out on your handhelds, because you could kickstand this, and then you could Bluetooth a controller you like the Proteus or the 8BitDo or the custom the counter hit counter. The Nano, the little guy, right? And that would work. Then you could enjoy good speakers, good audio.
Hit? Yeah.
Counter hit. This is my Mista Claw before I knew you.
Stubbs, you need help.
Medical help.
No, you're fine right now.
Good.
Though Sony, I think, wants to get back to
he's trying. He's
the
trying
one
so
topic
hard.
he was super excited about.
RPCS3.
Yeah, so this was the RPCS3 CPU data that they recently published, talking about, like, hey, these chips are actually, this specific tier for I'm assuming, just standard PS3 emulation. This one is more specifically the mobile CPUs. If you look at the top, they have a desktop one as well, but that one's definitely a little bit more full. And plus, we're all focused on the mobile stuff because, that's where you get your handhelds in. Or in Stubbs' case, a monstrosity.
Attaboy.
But yeah, they've kind of just got a whole bunch of things ranging. Nothing in S tier.
Oh my god, that monstrosity.
Nothing yet in S tier, but a lot of the more modern high-end chips are all sitting about an A tier, and he's kind of hovering above the B tier with a lot of the handhelds we see now. GPD WinMax 2, Legion Go, Ally, and Ally X. But it's just kind of honestly, this is just kind of a good resource, because if you know where your CPU lands and it's not one of the ones on this list, you might have a better idea of whether or not you can do PS3 emulation.
Do we know
that won't stop me?
Neither will the video comments. Do we know if did they rank these themselves? Did the RPCS3 team do these rankings themselves?
You said doo-doo, just want to point that out for posterity.
Thank you.
All right, you're
That's
welcome.
amazing.
Your handheld smells like doo-doo.
No. Well, yeah, I guess.
No, so I asked that because the AI Max 395 is out, right?
Yeah, and I believe they've been doing a lot of this just on their own.
Sure is.
That's a hint, Stubbs.
Oh, yeah, it came off.
This is the Asus Flow Z13. It's very fast. Well, stay tuned for the second part of that video, by the way.
Wait, there's a second part? What's the second part?
Did you not
watch the first part to learn what the second part is? Bam.
Yes.
I fell asleep.
He's using 2 of them now.
Well, I'm going to strap them. Yes, I'm going to strap them together for the AI Max 600. Let's see, what is that? 700 and something plus.
You can't daisy chain
and
this
they and they said SLI is dead.
He's a great video to watch.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh gosh.
I made this look really flawless in the edited version of that video.
You did.
That's because Sony could actually edit it down to just one thing.
Aish said I could turn this upside down and then not cover the speakers anymore.
Is that really what you want, though?
Dude, I want whatever you want. What makes you happy?
It's not that.
All right. I'll send you this then.
Okay, yeah, that'll make me happy.
Okay. Only to make Andrew upset.
Yeah. See, why you gotta do that?
I have dibs. I have dibs. Sorry, Andrew.
No, we're not doing this.
Let's get on track. Let's focus.
Where is the track?
Guess what? Guess what the pivot is here? PS3 is going to be in the next video. I couldn't get it to work right because there's some compatibility issues with this chipset right now with PS3 emulation, at least for me, and I can't figure out why, and GOG games weren't working. So I want to figure that out before I do like a full, more in-depth video, because the thing's awesome and it's a lot of fun, and it totally replaces my Surface laptop and like everything else. But I want to get PS3 because I've been waiting for a good PS3 handheld for a long time. I know you all say like the Claw or maybe like the Z1.
Nobody says the Claw.
Well, maybe I said that. And anyways, there's other options, but none of them like are truly perfect. You're always making compromises. Not all the games will work and all that. Like, I feel like this is right there, and we finally have like the built-in iGPU and the way to go. So we'll see. That should be out in a week.
Genuine question about that. Did you try to play games off the compatibility list, or did you just try and like a couple of random games?
I have been playing PS3 games on my laptop with the same emulator that's in Rocknix, and it runs Skate 3 very well.
Skate 3 is definitely one of those more optimized games.
What is he doing?
He probably has Skate 3.
You know what? At this point, I shouldn't be surprised. I feel like
bizarre.
He just like pulls something out from behind him, like at least once a show.
That's not Skate 3.
That's not Skate 3.
That's not Skate 3.
That's Twisted Metal.
To be fair, Twisted Metal's a tough one to emulate. That's a tough one.
This is the only one that matters to me to emulate.
But have you? Okay.
I was trying the games that were in green on the compatibility in the program,
and you were still having problems.
Oh,
and
you can't go by that.
None of them were starting, but yet those games work in other devices.
I was just asking about a starting point for Stubbs to try and help him figure it out. That's all.
Oh, yes, please. Can I play Twisted Metal though? That's what I really want to get to.
I don't know.
You can. You need to tinker a little on that one.
I want to play a game from 1996 called Might and Magic 6, 7, and 8 from GOG that can run on a potato. Those don't work. And I want to play my favorite PS3 game, Twisted Metal. And that's not working. So
you might want to try running something you might want to try is running the nightlies. Like running a nightly build.
Okay. I'll try that.
You know what I wish would work, and I need Rob to make a video, is how to do the Xbox emulator on Rocknix. That's what I really need, Rob. Your next video, please, in the next month before summer, please make a how-to Xbox video.
You know, there is already a showcase video out there, though.
By Rob.
And Jsaux.
And Jsaux.
Jsaux did a PS3 showcase?
No,
Xbox.
Xbox.
I was gonna say Jsaux did the Xbox one. That's why I just didn't bother, because Jsaux did one.
Rob, you got Twisted Metal to work at 720p right there. That's awesome. That is freaking awesome at 25 watts.
The AYANEO is great for RPCS3.
So what I want to do is show that the 395 can run this at 1080p 25 watts or somewhere around there.
So the thing is, it's the 395. I'm assuming where it's got some huge advantages is on the GPU side, where that probably won't matter as much for that on RPCS3. We need more of that compute power than the GPU stuff.
I've never heard that phrase before.
Which one?
Compute power? It's like CompUSA, but different.
Compute.
Remember CompUSA?
Compute power.
Sorry, I wasn't old enough.
I remember that story.
CompUSA in Arizona.
I remember getting my A+ certificate when I was studying for IT.
I went to CompUSA in New York, I think. Maybe.
I went there for my test.
What were you testing?
For my A+.
Oh, A+ certification.
Yeah.
Nice.
I just remember you walk down and like the aisles would be filled with boxes of just these massive all-in-one PCs, and then like the old gateways that were bigger than me.
Gateways. No, someone on Reddit did say that they were going to make a gateway skin for the RP2 flip, for the cow theme.
Yes.
You know that gateway still exists? Acer owns the brand, apparently.
Yes.
Why?
It's gonna make me sad.
I misspelled somebody's name.
Wait.
I'm sorry, Spood.
Spood.
He asked if I considered Getting Good.
Hey, you remember that game Snood? Snood's a great game.
Dude. Have you played Zoop? Have you ever played Zoop?
Oh gosh.
I think I have, yeah.
No,
played
thank
Zoop, like
you.
the lines that go. It's kind of satisfying. Okay, Super Bottle is bringing us back on top. We're recording a podcast here, not talking about CompUSA advertisements. What is our favorite old PC game? Might and Magic 6.
Old PC game.
That's right.
That's a tough one. I like a lot of them.
What's your favorite? What's one you like a lot?
I'm thinking.
How
What's
old?
the first one?
How old? Okay, how old?
I'm gonna go Portal.
Oh.
How old are we going though? Like, are we going like 2000s
2010
era?
We just did. We look. Mr. Claw said it. 2010 and below.
Okay, so we'll do 2010 and below. That's a lot of games. Man. Roller Coaster Tycoon. I'm gonna go really old. That's a game I spent a lot of time with.
My wife plays that still.
It's a great game.
Good call.
I wish I had the time to play it like I did when I was a kid. That's the difference, you know. It's one of those games you can get lost in.
Do you mean like intentionally building roller coasters that like make people throw up, or?
I got into like the kind of like obsessiveness of like making my parks look good, and they were organized and like everything. Like there were sections, like themes. It was just, oh man, I could get lost in that game. Fun, good stuff.
Fun. FPS game that I ever played was Rise of the Triad.
Oh, nice!
Wow, like that. I saw someone mention Command and Conquer. I was kind of thinking Command and Conquer. I'm like, those are another bunch of games that I played a lot of. There's just so many good ones. I mean, oh man.
And StarCraft, Kyle Ruggles, yeah, absolutely.
StarCraft, yep.
Absolutely. The first Warcraft, remember that little strategy game? That was amazing. I loved playing the first two Warcraft games. We could keep going. The first Delta Force.
I feel like the real time strategy games were so good in like early 2000 era. Like, oh man.
Age of Empires 2, I played endlessly for years. I still play.
There was a Star Wars RTS
Quake
game.
Oh man.
Quake, yep. Unreal Tournament. Like, I mean, there's just so much good stuff.
Yeah. Unreal Gold, honestly.
Yeah, that's good stuff. There's so much good stuff.
Yeah. Gamer Generation, have a great rest of your evening. EverQuest, yeah, let's go that. Let's go even crazier. Let's talk about the first MMO, Meridian 59, which was out before EverQuest. The first 3D MMO. Right after the MUDs were done.
I'd say EverQuest was probably the first MMO that I tried out, I believe. I mean, I wouldn't consider Phantasy Star Online quite MMO territory, but for me, that was one of my big online games I got into, but it was fun.
Andrew, how about you, man?
He's like, what are you guys talking about?
You don't play computer games? Too good for computer games?
Yep.
Band's favorite is Fortnite, as someone said in chat.
I don't even like Fortnite. I don't even like the game.
Rebel Assault. I had Rebel Assault.
Twisted
for
Metal 2.
PC.
PC Twisted Metal 2.
Space Cadet Pinball.
Oh, there
That's
you go.
The answer.
Yes.
That's the one.
That's a great answer.
Windows 95 special right there.
Yes,
Oh.
I love Matt Davis's answer for Andrew. Leisure Suit Larry kind of guy.
Did you know? You know that Leisure Suit Larry started out as this really raunchy Atari game, like this unlicensed Atari game. Watching
He likes
today.
those raunchy unlicensed Atari games.
Yeah, there you go. There's his ET. Mr. Claw, we got to get you an ET figure here. I have mine
Rob,
somewhere.
that's way too big.
That's
Andrew,
what she said.
anytime I want to make you upset, I'm going to show you my beautiful 3.5XX.
That's
I don't
fine.
care what anybody
Beauty is
says.
subjective, Stubbs. That is
I don't
subjective.
care what anybody says. It's in the eye of the beholder.
Yes.
That's what they told me.
No, the bee holder. You're not a bee holder, though.
Yeah,
But I have
the
a
paint
beehole.
Came from the beehole.
That's right.
Stop.
Same. That's right. Same energy. That's right. Okay, everybody, let's go ahead and plug the merch. So we're actually going to be asking people for their design opinions in the Discord. In Owl Chat right now, we're trying to figure out some new designs for our merch, not just have our same old logo. So if you're a designer out there, would love to talk to you about making us some fun, like, I don't know, like RH meme shirts or something fun, to add to our merch shop, which you can find in our description if you're interested in merch. But we want to add to that and do some good things, have a fun 2025 with some finally new merch designs after 5 years, and maybe tailor it down, I guess, a bit so we don't have so many items, and really try to focus in the merch experience. Right now, it's mostly been for like Game of the Monthers. That's really been the main way, but we really want to get you out there, get you representing, get some hoodies, some really nice like
I really want more
stickers,
tie-dye. Just more tie-dye.
Yes, more tie-dye. We were talking about Hawaiian shirts today, some desk mats, and guess what? We were also talking about some RH branded like cases that we can get a run of.
That'd be cool.
So, stickers too.
I just need the desk pad.
The desk pad, absolutely.
Andrew and I probably both have too many of them, but we need more.
And if you're looking for Leisure Suit Larry, Retrospect says there's a Leisure Suit Larry bundle right now if you want the entire collection, which is up on Humble Bundle.
What is banned?
Which is Andrew's favorite series.
It's just mouse pads. I have too many of them.
And EGM is coming back. Is EGM coming back, or was it Game Informer? I saw Game Informer is rebooted.
Yes.
Maybe EGM is too. Have to look that up. All right, everybody. Well, let's go ahead and get out of here. We are...
Yeah, Game Informer.
Game Informer, yes. Yes, sir. If you are looking for ways to follow Mista Claw and learn more about all these things, do check out his article on our website and his upcoming feature about the Proteus, and I really want to pick that one up. But you can find him on his YouTube channel at Mista Claw Tech. Producer Sony, go ahead and subscribe to the man. There we go. Let's get him up there. Let's get him to 1,000 subs. At Mista Claw Tech on YouTube. You can also find it in the description, his link tree, to find all the places to connect with him. And dude, thank you so much for joining us and teaching us and educating us about your life and about what it's like to use this adaptive tech. How you're able to
Thank you for having me, guys.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Read his awesome article too.
Yeah, read the article, and I want to compete against you in some like Tekken or something. That'll be fun. And of course, check out as always. Yes. And always check out Rob the Retro Tech Dad, Ban, and Andrew, all their good stuff too. But until the next one, I want to say thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share to stay in the know for all of your favorite retro handhelds. And a special thanks once again to our channel members, patrons, and subs who make everything here possible for us. Perks with RH start for as little as, what is it, Andrew?
$3.
That's right, $3 a month. Join us in the Discord, do chat and play games. And if you didn't know this, we actually do have a perk at the $10 tier where we will mod a handheld for you. You gotta ship it to us, but that's right. Provide the parts. We will mod a handheld for you. If you want something done, come check that out. But go play Game of the Month. April's already started, so go ahead and get your points, get your sweet swag, earn your RH points, get to the top of the leaderboards, and just have fun. I can't wait to dive into Beyond Good and Evil, Pikmin, and also
it's a good lineup.
Right, and Star Fox. I'm especially excited for Star Fox. Yeah. Till the next one.
Play Star Fox. Yeah,
yes, gotta play Star Fox.
1 hour, guys. Get 1 point. Get 1 point. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, the Super FX chip. Enjoy the Super FX chip. I have Star Fox on an actual Super Nintendo I'm gonna plug in.
Yeah, you can experience dazzling 3D graphics like it's
dazzling 3D graphics. Until the next one, this has been Stubbs on behalf of Dan, Andrew, Rob, and Mista Claw. Saying, take care of those handhelds and each other. Goodbye.